I thought we could do things a little bit different today. We have in front of us the official trailer to OMG2 starring Akshay Kumar, Pankaj Tripathi, Yami Gautam, written and directed by Amit Ray. I hope I'm saying that correctly, like Ray of Sunshine. And now the way I want to do this different is I have the OMG2 teaser trailer reaction that Achara and myself did, and the reason I have this open is because we've got your comments down here, and I thought we could go through a couple of these before jumping into the trailer. You can obviously skip forward if you like, but I thought maybe you might find your comment in here, who knows? So yes, Akshay Kumar played Lord Krishna in the first part, and here he is playing the part of Lord Shiva. There are a few symbolisms depicted in the trailer, like the bull following Akshay Kumar's character and Nandi, Lord Shiva's Vahana. You can find a sculpture of Nandi facing the shrine in any Shiva temple. With regards to water, it symbolizes goddess Ganga. Is it Ganga or Ganja? Flowing through Shiva's matted locks of hair when he allowed the flow of the river through his head to slow down her flow so that her force would not shatter the earth. The modernization in OMG1 was the best part for me. Unlike the makers of Adipurush, OMG makers were respectful and they did hit the bull's eye with that one. I feel OMG1 was a satire well made, thought-provoking, and with some spiritual awareness, but PK, despite of having a good storyline and a film with a strong message, did cross the fine line in some scenes. I feel like that's a sentiment a lot of people have expressed, is it crossed the line in some scenes. One of the coolest scene, Akshay Kumar, aka Lord Shiva, is walking away and a bull is seen to follow him. Symbolism showing Lord Nandi, the divine bull, following Shiva. The key thing Akshay was rotating, spinning in the first movie, is supposed to be the Sudarsana Chakra, which is a weapon Vishnu, one of the older gods who is known as the supreme god, uses. Akshay played Krishna in the first movie. As to why Krishna can use Vishnu's weapon, I will leave that one for someone else to explain, because I'm not 100% sure about the reason either. Those 7 seconds starting from 8:37 had plastered a smile across my face, enough to get me through the rest of the day. I have no idea what he's talking about. And I put that one in there. Given how good the previous installment was, I would certainly want to watch this one. We want Achara's reaction to OMG Part 1 now! We'll see if we can make that happen. I'm sure Achara would be open to watching that. The question is, who would Achara watch it with? Because Sintel and I have already watched that film. One thing to note, that political situation in India in 2012 and today is way different. So it would be interesting to see what this movie brings out. My guess, this movie will not be anything close to OMG1 and might also destroy or contradict what was the foundation of OMG1. Jabby is right, as always. In the first part, Akshay played the role of God named Krishna, and in this movie, he's playing the role of Lord Shiva. And the tap water pouring in his head represents that Lord has goddess Ganga on head. Heart. Jabby always gets it wrong. No! Wrong always gets it jabby. Or you always get it wrong. Jabby is always on point, even though he is well known for reviews on Indian movies. But Achara makes the reaction video more interesting and likable with Jabby. That's the capital letters there. I'm trying to... Being and Indian, I always got to know the trailer is out when I got the reaction notifications from you only. Haha. With tears. OMG, Jabby is dead on accurate. How meta, because he's saying OMG and the title's OMG.
I got a Daisy feeling. Yeah.
It's time to jump into the official trailer, starring Akshay Kumar, Pankaj Tripathi, and Yami Gautam, written and directed by Amit Ray of Sunshine. It's Rai, isn't it? Comes out August 11th. You guys, if you haven't done so already, do me a big favor. Hit the subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. True Akshay Kumar fans and true Pankaj Tripathi fans, watch to the end. You're not a real Akshay Kumar fan or Pankaj Tripathi fan if you do not watch to the end.
नंदी, मेरे भक्त पे बहुत बड़ी विपदा आने वाली है। मेरे शिवगण में से किसी ऐसे को ले जाओ जो उसकी रक्षा कर सके।
कांति सरन मुदगल वर्सेस कांति सरन सिर्फ गलत लिखो है। ये आरोपी फिरियादी एक ही आदमी है।
एप्लीकेंट कौन है और डिफेंडेंट कौन है?
What? What the? The music is fun so far.
आपसे तो अच्छे संस्कार की उम्मीद रख ही सकते हैं ना?
कांति जी, अब आपका छोरा यहाँ नहीं पढ़ सकता।
लोगों के हाथ पैर जोड़ी जोड़ी के तुम्हारा एडमिशन करवायो, वही कर ही लिया तू।
बच्चे गिल्ट में बढ़ जाते हैं।
मेरे बच्चे का भविष्य अंधकार में क्यों जा रहा है महाराज? अब आप ही आके राह दिखाओ, विवेक की रक्षा करो।
Hey, there he is.
मुझे सोच कर भी शर्म आ रही है। आप अपने बेटे के इस वल्गर एक्ट को कैसे डिफेंड कर सकते हैं?
कहीं गलत करते हुए पाए गए।
अगर आपको ऑब्जेक्शन है, आप खड़े होके आपत्ति है बोलिए।
खड़े होके, और खड़े हो तो
नहीं, जब खड़े हैं तो
Then just say
खड़े होके ऑब्जेक्शन
say objection.
खड़े आपत्ति है महाराज। जिस सनातन धर्म के 4 स्तंभ है उन्हें आप अश्लील कह रही हैं।
आप मुझे सारी दुनिया के सामने क्यों नंगा करी रहे हो?
कि जब पूरी दुनिया करवट ले रही थी तो हमारा सनातन हिंदू धर्म दौड़ दिया था महाराज। महाराज तुम तो उल्टी गंगा बहा रहे हो।
गंगा कहाँ से बहती है इसके बारे में मुझे मत बताना।
तो इन दैट केस आपको एजुकेशन सिस्टम पर केस करना चाहिए था ना, स्कूल पर नहीं।
आपका टाटा के ट्रक से एक्सीडेंट हो गया चालक की गलती से, आप अपाहिज हो गए महाराज। आप चालक पे केस करेंगे कि आदरणीय श्री टाटा जी पर?
Yeah. I mean, well, in America, I think the company would end up taking responsibility.
तुम भी रखो विश्वास, क्योंकि तुम हो
शिव के दास।
नहीं, शिव के पास।
Ah.
क्या प्रकार है भाई ये?
कचौड़ी।
चलो चलता हूँ। जी।
ओ भाई पैसे दो। आशीर्वाद नहीं चाहिए, पैसे चाहिए।
It feels like a lot of what we are seeing in this trailer so far is really the first hour of the film. If the first movie is anything to go off of in terms of like the structure of the film, if you recall, a lot of the film was with the main character. I'm sorry, I don't remember the actor's name, but in that first film, it was just kind of establishing who that guy was, what he did, and he was selling religious icons. It's been a minute since I've watched this film. Maybe I can do the reaction because it's been so long since I've watched it. I can use it as a primer before jumping into this one, even though I feel like it's a completely different story. But I would imagine it's still following the same structure. We didn't get much in the way of scenes with Pankaj Tripathi and Akshay Kumar. Now, again, if it's following the structure of the first film, then you're going to have like that other half of the film that's dealing more with them together. The whole thing with the son, this is touching on a very, very dark subject, and they did something interesting where after the scene, I can't say it because it's YouTube and YouTube will demonetize the video if I use that S word. I have to be mindful of that. But after the son goes bye-bye, there was a scene in this trailer that showed Pankaj Tripathi opposite of his son. And I wasn't sure if that was a scene that was earlier in the film before he went goodbye, or if it was Pankaj Tripathi interacting with like who is mentally like the ghost of his son after his son has departed from Earth, or if it, like I couldn't quite tell, but it would be interesting if that played a role to some degree. It might take away from the relationship or the bond that I'm expecting to develop between Pankaj Tripathi. Right there, that's the scene I'm talking about. So he's wearing a black shirt here. Why were you stripping me naked in front of the whole world? Like, this could be a flashback, or it could just be a scene early in the film. There was a bit here. This is the shirt he's wearing here. He's in bed. So it's entirely possible that the scene is just like, it's either a flashback or it's just like an argument that he has with his dad. I don't know. I'm just, taking guesses here. More than anything, I'm excited to see like some of the ideas it explores. I know that not too many people were keen on the film for whatever reason, but made in China, while not religious, it was kind of challenging the ideas that we take for granted. That was a film with Rajkumar Rao and my friend Danny Wang. That was something I appreciated about that film. I appreciate these movies that kind of challenge, what you take for granted, or some of the things that are problematic in the system that really need a conversation around it. Ayushmann Khurrana did Article 317. I apologize for not remembering the title exactly what it's supposed to be. You guys know which movie I'm referencing, but again, it's challenging the things that we just kind of take for granted and like what we shouldn't. You know, it's supposed to challenge our ideas, and that's what I really appreciated, not just about OMG, but about PK. You're seeing immediately, like, right or wrong in the newspaper. It's kind of dealing with one idea for the most part in this trailer, which all revolves around Pankaj Tripathi's son. In OMG1, I felt like it delved into more ideas and it had a broader range, whereas this feels a little bit more narrowed in what it's talking about. Just based off the trailer, I'm hoping it goes about the same broadness of conversation as the first one did. That's what I'm looking forward to, because it was just thought-provoking. And I think that it's important to have these films, and it's one of the things I love about Indian cinema is that you can have a film like this that's thought-provoking in its mainstream. It's not too often that you get a movie like this in the States that it's like it challenges your thinking on things you just kind of take for granted. And it's like a huge movie that could do like crazy box office numbers. That being said, we've got Barbenheimer going on, and that's kind of interesting because both films are meant to challenge you. I don't know how many of you know this. You might have heard me mention it before, but there was a movie called Oh My God in the States starring George Burns and John Denvers, who was a country music star. I feel like it's a safe bet to say that OMG1 was loosely based off of that. Like loosely, more like inspired. This last scene for me is probably the most fascinating, where you literally have a god who is trying to take an item, right? He's literally a god. And the guy's like, I don't want your blessings, I want your money. And there has been this kind of notion joked about that if Jesus were to return to Earth, the first thing we would start doing is like doing an Instagram live or a Snapchat or something like that, or try to get a selfie, as opposed to like kind of, you know, appreciating that as a god, that there's a god in front of us. It's just an interesting idea. Like, would we even take it seriously? That's completely setting aside what Catholic religious texts indicate what would happen in the world if Jesus came back. I'm just saying, if like he returned, like Akshay Kumar is showing up here, would we believe it? Or would we be like, I don't need your blessings, I need your money? It's kind of that is a very thought-provoking idea. And it's funny. In any case, you guys, thanks so much for hanging. Hopefully you enjoyed this reaction discussion. I thought it was interesting. It was also interesting for me to go through the comments. I don't know if that was boring, but you guys let me know if that was a fun, thing. So that's it for now. Hit the subscribe button, please, bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up. Let YouTube know you enjoyed what you watched. I'm Jabby Kuwait. Peace out.